Hello and welcome to my Speaker Secrets. Really excited once again to be back sharing with you public speaking principles that help you step out with ease and speak with confidence. Now, last week I shared with you part one of my book review of Talk Like TED by Carmine Gallo. And basically, I really appreciated this book. And the reason I'm reviewing it is because I want to share tidbits, or rather tips that can help you in your public speaking journey. Today, we focus on the second part of Talk Like TED, and this is about novelty. And under novelty, basically, I will be sharing with you 3 interesting tips that can help you the next time you are making a presentation, which are: number 1, teach your audience something new. Number 2, deliver jaw-dropping moments. And number 3, lightening up for your audience. Now, what is interesting is something I already highlighted in the past video where I spoke about the fact that over 500 speeches have been analyzed in Talk Like TED, backed by scientific research, and basically principles on why some of these TED speeches stand out and why you should always strive to deliver a TED-worthy presentation whenever you are public speaking. So let's get into the first tip, which is teaching your audience something new. I appreciate the fact that Carmine Gallo analyzes the speech by Robert Ballard, who is an explorer. Because of Robert Ballard, we have one of the most popular movies ever created because of his work. I'm talking about the Titanic. Robert Ballard delivered a presentation, 18 minutes of understanding what happens underwater. Over 75% of the world is under the sea. And what better way than to teach your audience something new by showcasing pictures of what lies underneath the face of the bodies of water that we see. Interestingly enough, he delivered a lot of facts that were amazing, and obviously facts that would entice his audience to remember his presentation. Facts like the highest mountain range existing underneath the water, over 50% of the United States of America existing underneath the water, history, well, the largest body of history lying underneath the waters as opposed to the history that exists in all the museums combined around the world. And another interesting fact that he delivered, which was the point I think he was driving at in his presentation, was the fact that NASA's annual budget could fund the activities of the Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration for 1,600 years. And basically, he was trying to draw attention to the fact that we have abandoned our oceans and we do not care about our oceans and we're not guarding them the way we are supposed to guard them. An interesting research by Dr. Martha Burns of Northwestern University proves that new information, when you teach your audience something new, they are likely to remember your presentation. That's number 1. But there is also a type of chemical that is released in our brains, which we refer to as dopamine. And basically what dopamine does is it has an effect on our brains or our bodies similar to that which you get when you take drugs or when you gamble. I have never taken drugs before. I have never gambled before, but I'm just trying to help you understand the impact of teaching your audience something new. According to neuroscience, new information will help a child a student or an adult return that presentation or whatever class you're offering or whatever information that you're sharing much faster than when you present information that they already know. Perhaps you are now thinking, what if I don't have any new information? What if my presentation is one that has content that everybody knows? An interesting direction to take is to present your information in a new way. And in that manner, you give your audience an opportunity to view the world, to view an idea, a problem, or a solution with new lenses. Now, let's move on to the second principle, which is delivering jaw-dropping moments. Now, why should you deliver jaw-dropping moments? Well, it makes your presentations much easier, and it makes your presentation one that can be memorable, one that your audience can look back at, think about, and talk about in the future. An example of a presentation that Carmine Gallo used as a case study is that one of Bill Gates. Now, Bill Gates delivered a presentation that included him opening a jar that was full of mosquitoes. Now, this is a presentation that focuses on malaria, the history, and how widespread it is in some of the continents across the world. And he released these mosquitoes and followed that up with malaria is transmitted through mosquitoes. But it is unfair for the poor people to be the only ones having an experience such as the one that you are having right now. And he followed that statement up with, by the way, the mosquitoes I just released into the audience are not malaria-carrying mosquitoes. Now, obviously, you understand that by the time this was happening, it was a jaw-dropping moment. If you were sitting in the audience, you probably agree with me that you would be scared. A lot of people were jittery. A lot of people were like, oh, what did he just do? But that in itself was a jaw-dropping moment that really set Bill Gates's presentation apart. When you deliver a jaw-dropping moment, according to Talk Like TED, you deliver an emotionally charged event. There's a moment that is referred to as an emotionally charged event, or ECS. Basically, what happens is that during that presentation, when you deliver such moments, when you have moments where people go like, wow, oh, you are better placed to have an impactful presentation. Let me now move on to the third principle that he shares under novelty, which is lightening up. And according to Carmine Gallo, it is important for you to have humor in your presentation because humor helps to take off the armor. If the people you're making a presentation to were closed up or rigid with regards to the ideas that you have, when you utilize humor in your presentation, it helps your audience accept the information that you are delivering. Humor is important for our brains. Our brains enjoy laughter. And that is why Sir Ken Robinson was viewed over 5 million times. It remains one of the most viewed TED Talks because Sir Ken Robinson was delivering a presentation about a topic that most of us think is boring: education. From the beginning of his presentation to the ending of his presentation, he shared with us interesting stories that were funny, that were hilarious, and it was those stories that really made his presentation stand out. I'm currently still working on my humor. I am very uncomfortable with it, but it is because I have misunderstood what humor is. It is different from being a joker. Sometimes when you hear people talk about humor, you're thinking, oh no, you need to crack jokes in your presentation. No, it's not about you cracking jokes. It's about finding stories that add emotion to the presentation, stories that also make people smile, because whether you like it or not, the brain loves humor, and you have to work hard at finding areas or spaces within your presentation that help you deliver a presentation that has humor. Further research actually talks about the fact that people enjoy having a good laugh. People enjoy talking to people that make them smile. Don't we all? So try and engage in humor whenever you are public speaking. And that brings me to the end of my second part review of Talk Like TED by Carmine Gallo. If you get your hands on it, that will be great for you. Look it up, buy it, but better still, feel free to reach out to me, and I will be more than glad to support your public speaking journey or your branding journey, because that is what I love to do. I love to help people find their voices, step out with confidence, and speak with ease. It is very, very important for all of us to find our voices and be able to share what our story is. Do not forget, deliver new information when public speaking. If you can't deliver new information, deliver it in a new way. But what better way to do that by delivering jaw-dropping moments where your audience will raise their eyes and say, wow, I didn't know that. Oh, wow, that's an interesting aspect. And then thirdly, lighten up. Make your audience smile one way or another. So it's goodbye for now. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel as I continuously share some of these tips and principles of public speaking. And feel free to follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I do have a website, so visit it and let's engage. So goodbye for now.